Do you have an eye twitch?
I've tried that before.
Well, they say it's sleep deprivation. It's not that. I slept great.
Bananas. You need bananas.
I eat a banana every morning.
It's stress, probably.
I'm not stressed out.
Okay. Sometimes your muscles just go into spasms.
You guys know me when I'm stressed.
Don't you ever?
Right?
Sometimes you're ever like sitting on the L train heading back from the Bronx, and then you're sitting next to when that. And then someone's just sitting next to you, just give them a nudge or whatever on the L train, come back from the Bronx.
That's never happened
though.
before. I think you
on your way back to Jazzy. That's my life.
That was a terrible Jersey accent.
Jazzy? It's a Boston guy.
Oh,
he
Boston.
just happens to live in Jazzy.
Welcome to Funhaus, everybody. This week's episode is sponsored by forhims.com, a one-stop shop for hair loss, skincare, and sexual wellness for men. So thanks, For Hims, for bringing us here today. My name is Daniel. I've got Mr. Adam Kovic, Mr. Bruce Green.
Hello.
Mr. James Willems with me.
Monsignor James Willems. Thank you very much.
What makes a Monsignor?
A priest, right?
Oh, is it a priest?
Isn't?
Oh, I don't know.
If it's
I'm
a
not
member of the clergy, is a Monsignor, I think.
Are you one of those ones that
boy.
the Pope's thrown under the bus, or like
Thrown
a good
under
one?
the bus? You mean actually called out?
Yeah,
Yeah.
did a lot of terrible things.
I mean, if he's calling them out, what does he have to hide?
I mean, probably a lot.
He's like a good pope, though, right?
He does seem, apparently he's
Better
He seems like
well
a good
regarded.
pope. He seems like a good pope, but it's when you look at your watch and you go, it took you 300 years to admit to that. Like, seems maybe not the best.
Since it is a film podcast, I just want everyone to know my reflection of the world is only based on that of Dan Brown novels that were then converted into films.
Yep.
Like the Da Vinci Code,
yeah.
and
Inferno?
Angels and Demons.
And
Inferno.
yeah, we got
there
all
we go.
three.
Okay,
Nice job,
was
guys.
it Inferno into Demons?
No, it's just Inferno.
Was it a wig he's
Angels and
wearing?
Demons?
It's Angels and Demons.
Is the sequel which takes place before, so it's technically.
What
a
are we
prequel.
talking about, Dan? Let's talk
Da
about
Vinci
something else.
Code.
You can
No,
tell
we're
by
not
how
talking about
long
Da
the
Vinci
Jesus
Code.
fuck.
Bruce is
Mary
always here to
Magdalene.
get us on task.
Yes, I am.
But a few days ago, Disney dropped a teaser trailer for their upcoming live-action Aladdin.
Yeah, so good.
People went nuts.
a friend like me.
I wish he'd said that.
And yeah, people won't shut up about it. Genie even took over the Funhaus All Hands meeting earlier this week. It was all Genie all the time. So this week we're going to talk about Disney's latest assault on our collective childhood, and maybe watch a Frozen trailer because we're all really
It's
into
all
Frozen.
Disney,
Fans
baby.
of Frozen.
All
Disney
Disney.
week, baby.
Everyone here,
Sure.
who here loves Frozen more? I bet it's me.
Sure. I don't really love it.
I'm
I
not
saw
gonna.
it, so,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna contest you on it. So
It's fine.
Okay.
I would.
Wait, Aladdin, not Frozen.
Okay, Aladdin.
Aladdin.
I love Aladdin. That's one of my favorite animated movies of all time, and I can't wait to like it even more
Yeah.
with Blue Willy style.
I think it's very interesting because the reaction has been, what would you say, mixed.
Hostile.
It was hostile. It was hostile.
Yeah, it's-
Absolutely hostile.
and
But
rightly
because
so.
of one thing.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, the very end.
Adam said rightly so.
Okay. All right.
And so what were you going to say?
I don't think rightly so.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Really?
I'll play the middle. I'll go right in the
But
right
I have
down the
I have
middle.
rationale to get myself to this point.
Go for
It's kind of like how I survive in this world by trying to figure out how the Matrix works. So people are
I see,
upset.
I see.
I go, why are they upset? Do they have a right to be? And then if I feel like they don't, then
That's still
or I can
subjective.
figure out why. No, yeah. I mean, obviously it's subjective. I'm not saying
Yeah.
I have the only opinion, but
It's weird for me because if I had not been shown this, I would have not have seeked it out. You know what I mean? Like it was just in everyone's
It was all over the Twitter
Twitter
feed.
feed. Like,
Yeah.
it got a lot of, I guess, buzz.
it was spoiled for me.
Was it?
Well, yeah, I mean, the
how?
screenshots. I saw screenshots of people posting
same with me, yes,
Genie
correct.
before I ever
Yeah.
actually got to watch this.
So I'm not upset in the sense that I was the person going, man, I can't wait for that Aladdin trailer to drop. It was just more of, well, I'm one of those people who I don't really care because I'm not seeking this stuff. But if it looks bad, I guess I'll sort of, I'll be giving a little smirk.
Just so everyone's on the same page, what people seem to be most upset about is the voice of Jafar, right?
Yes.
No.
No?
I was
voice.
honestly
Blue Will,
offended by
wait,
it.
is this the trailer with Blue Will Smith?
Yes.
It is? I just didn't see it.
Well, the other teaser
one.
trailer
the other
that
one
showed
was the
nothing.
first teaser trailer.
But yeah,
This is the new special clip that just came
Oh, I
out.
want to see the one with Blue Will Smith.
This is
we
the
can
one with
talk
Blue
about
Will Smith.
Jafar
Okay,
first.
all right.
I didn't know he
Seems
was
like a
in it.
wuss, right?
No, yes,
He's
Jafar
not
seems like
menacing at all.
garbage. He's like, please go in there, please. Like that's, and I'm like, that's your Jafar.
He had more gravitas in the
Please
first
get
in
the
the
lamb.
animated one, didn't he?
Did
I
they
think
get-
he was voiced by a white guy, so there's a line there, you know.
It's a cartoon. You can't see what he looks like.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I guess I
He
don't
does
know.
have Yago in that snake
Does
suit.
have
Still-
Iago,
is it
yeah.
still
There we
Gilbert
go.
Godfrey? The
I don't
Affleck
think
duck?
so.
His more famous bird role.
He's some sort of.
He's like, go in, please. And then,
He does have a really high nasally
and
voice.
then
doesn't
and then
he?
this 45-year-old man who plays Aladdin decides to go in. So
He
for
was
me,
18 in the original.
just setting the scene, for me, I am already kind of like not into it.
Okay. All right.
It's and also just as a general thing, all of these Disney movies, these remakes, they don't appeal to me. Apparently Cinderella's the only good one.
I saw that one.
I haven't seen any
It's
of them.
terrible.
Really, Cinderella?
no.
was?
No, it's funny because I was going to go the opposite way with you. I was going to go like, I actually liked Jungle Book, and I'm looking forward to The Lion King.
Did you see Beauty and the Beast?
No.
Beauty and the Beast is garbage.
Yeah, so I heard Beauty and the Beast was-
Maleficent is not good. At
Maleficent's not
least it
good.
was a different take on on the story,
So
so it
maybe
wasn't like a shot-for-shot remake of Sleeping Beauty.
Maybe I like Jon Favreau. Oh, there he is. Oh, thank God. I think he looks fine. Anyways, Aladdin. I was like, well, Guy Ritchie. I like Guy Ritchie.
Guy Ritchie's pretty
He made
cool.
Sherlock Holmes a kind of a cool movie. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
So I was excited about Aladdin
Uh-huh.
just because it had Guy Ritchie, and I don't give a fuck whether or not he's blue. But I want to hear why you think people are righteous in saying they're. Oh no, they're wrong.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm
Okay,
just
all right.
saying that for me, in that clip, there's already so many things that look bad.
Got it.
That when it gets to Blue Genie, Will Smith, it's not anything. It's not like, well, that's the deal breaker.
Yeah.
This looks like trash. I hate all these movies where they just take the storyboards from the cartoons, which, by the way, you can watch right now. We could go right now.
true,
we
we
could watch
could.
the
It's
cartoons.
good. It's
They're
good.
really cool,
Yeah.
and in
It's
some
not in the
ways,
vault?
more impressive.
Yeah, is it in the vault?
No, there are no vaults anymore because
Oh.
digital exists.
You can pirate
can
it.
get anything, anytime, anywhere.
Disney didn't think
It's
about
all
that.
on Netflix, probably.
Yeah, this doesn't look so hot either.
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
The lava level.
this was bound to happen. This was bound to happen that people would be upset by this when you're using these classics as a framework for the new ones. That means as soon as you change something, it feels like you hit a 90-degree right turn. That's
true.
Like it's not. So when you see Genie, it's the exact same pattern on the fucking rug. Like they don't change anything.
Oh, the rug.
I like the
It's-
rug.
Oh, magic
It's the
carpet.
exact same pattern though. They
So?
no new
Who
imagination
needs a new
to it
pattern on the
whatsoever.
flying rug?
It's like it's all the same. It's all the same songs.
Did he
It's
have a big
most
blue
of the
dong
same
in the
shots. They
original
didn't
one?
even redesign the fucking the Panther cave. It's all the same. The staff, everything's the same. And then you go Will Smith. It's like
Yeah. I get what
well, you're
saying.
setting yourself up for failure. If it was a whole new take on
tattoos.
Aladdin with new imagery and new songs, and then it showed Will Smith, people probably wouldn't be like, "What the hell?"
The costumes look different.
Kind of.
Jasmine is not in blue.
She doesn't have.
I mean,
her-
that's in that shot.
Aladdin-
She's wearing blue right there.
She is wearing blue.
Yeah.
Aladdin's wearing a shirt. He hasn't got no nipples.
Oh, did he not have a shirt on before?
I mean, he always
That's
had
the
his
best.
vest. He
That's
had
a
a
little-
purple vest.
Just a vest, no nips.
You
I'm
are
just
you were
saying-
getting to the real nitty gritty there. I
Yeah.
know you're trying
And
to.
his
I know
pants
you're
aren't
devil's
inflated.
advocate here.
I'm just saying, you're saying this.
I'm not trying to defend
But
this
do you
at all.
remember when they released a teaser for the Lion King trailer?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
it's a shot-for-shot remake.
It's true.
Of Lion King, and people were retweeting it, going like, "I'm in tears. This is
can't
going to be
wait,
the most
yeah.
amazing movie ever."
Yeah.
I'm like, "No, you're just watching Lion King again.
There's no nipples.
It's just Lion
You're
King."
right.
Disney is very smart, and they are now bankrolling in their own nostalgia factory that they've created. The problem is you can't just re-release Aladdin in theaters and get that big boost.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people probably like effects artists being like, "What are we working on next?" Like Aladdin. They're like, "Good enough. If it's not a Wookiee, it's gonna be a bird." So yeah, they're creating an industry for people to do these things, but you can't get people excited about just showing them the old thing. You have to do a new twist on it.
Well-
But I'm with you. It's lazy.
I just think Guy Ritchie probably went into a meeting and was like, "How much can I change?" And like, one thing. You can change one thing.
He'll have a shirt
And
on.
he's like, "Well, Robin Williams is dead, so can I change that?" And they're like, "Okay, fine." And he's like, "Maybe Will Smith might be interesting." And then he tries it and everyone flips the shit because it's not the same.
I think the big musical number could be fun.
You know what? It is, because I've seen it before in the movie Aladdin.
So just to be clear,
But those are real people.
just to be clear, James is fine with the people. Wait, no, you are.
I just think
You're not upset at it.
I just think it's
I'm trying to
silly.
figure out-
Unclear.
No, I just think it's silly to go.
Oh, gotcha.
Do you see how terrible Genie looks?
Right.
Oh.
And then Adam, you are okay with it. You're okay with the fact that people are mad at Blue Genie.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm like,
okay.
be mad at it because it looks like garbage. It like the special effects do not look good in this
does.
movie. And if your selling point is to like Dan when he's getting excited like a 6-year-old, he goes, but they're real now. It used to be fake, but now it's real.
Sure.
Well, then make it look real. Don't make it look.
That's the
like,
thing too. It's
his
like calling
body
it a
looks
live-action
weird.
Lion King. I'm like, no, it's just made in a different Korean sweatshop. Like,
That's very true.
just one with more servers.
I think we also just got Thanos, who was like a legit,
Yeah.
fully CGI character,
Yeah.
and now we're getting this.
Well, because
Yeah.
they had 2 levers, right? One said make Thanos look better, and the other one said Blue Genie, and they chose wisely.
Well, I don't know. I
Here's
think
an
they had all the money to do both.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
timing.
This to me looks like a stylistic choice. This whole movie looks like they were like, I want it to look like the animated feature, so cartoony, but then live action, and that's what I'm getting from this, which to me is very dissonant. It doesn't feel
They
right.
Also, don't forget they released an image of Will Smith as like not,
oh yeah,
he wasn't
Genie.
blue, yeah.
and he
There
was
we
just
go.
a regular guy, and people were
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they were upset.
Where's my blue genie?
Well, yeah, that one I was like, well, even when Genie was a normal dude, he still had a cartoonish chin. As I was like,
Yeah.
do you want him to get chin
I think
implants?
Dan
Like-
has
Yeah.
did someone Photoshop what they think would
Yeah,
be
so-
there? This is what I love too. I
thought
love when
this was
people go
really
like,
good.
I fixed it. I'm like, yeah, on that one still.
Yeah, he made his jaw
Oh,
bigger.
like
I
they just
guess.
made his jaw bigger.
That's kind of nightmarish
cartoony
too.
eye.
I'm
But see,
sorry.
but see,
Yeah.
again though, it's not live action.
They're not real.
It's like
None of this is.
Yeah,
None of this is.
Well, again, Jungle Book. I thought it was cool because they used. I think they used a live action actor to play Mowgli, which was
Yeah,
which was
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
All right, I was
Yes.
like, I'm fine
Yep.
with that.
Yep.
So yeah, they used a live action Aladdin. I don't know that they could have used a live action Genie. They probably would have had to use CG for the Genie. I get it.
But then why make him look like Will Smith? Why is that the selling point to make a CGI? Like
Thanos wasn't Brolin.
Thanos didn't look like Josh
I get it. I
Brolin.
see
That
what
was the
you're
thing.
saying,
Like he sounded like him. Maybe he had similar eyes.
He has,
like,
he has like similar facial features to Josh Brolin, except for the giant.
but they were
chin.
doing facial capture. I get that.
Yeah.
That is like
That's just Will Smith.
If I
Will Smith.
wheeled that
Yeah,
into
yeah.
a party, people would go, "Oh shit, blue Will Smith."
yeah.
They wouldn't go, "Oh, a genie."
A lot of good Halloween costumes are going to be coming this year.
You're right. Think about that.
Technically, that's still probably blackface, so you shouldn't do it.
Oh, Blueface.
I'm with Bruce there. Jungle Book made sense because it knew what it was. They were like,
Well, the animals had to talk.
yeah, it's going to be a child surrounded by animals,
Yeah.
and so we're going to make them realistic but also cartoonish. Like we're going to have a cartoonish large orangutan voiced by Christopher Walken.
I'm going to also throw it out here that Jungle Book also came out 50 years ago.
Oh, you mean the old
The
one?
original?
Yes.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
old one. Okay,
Like,
got it, yeah.
so, I mean, even if you reanimated it, there's advancements there.
Sure.
Aladdin still looks good because it came out only a little while ago in the grand scheme of
that's a
things.
good- that's a really
30,
good
point.
30 years.
Like,
20 years.
But that's a good point, though.
anything post Little Mermaid, it's like, it's still fine. They used computers to build the chandelier in Beauty and the Beast. Like, it's
Yeah.
not that out of date.
That's a really good point because I have nostalgia built into Jungle Book, but not nearly as much as I do for
Yes.
Aladdin.
Yes.
Because Aladdin, I saw my formative years.
Did you go see Jungle Book in theaters?
I didn't. I actually saw
You
it
just
on.
watched it later?
Yeah, and I loved it.
See, but I think they probably saw. They were like, "Now imagine
it.
if people were hooked into
Right,
it
yeah,
because they had that giant white VHS box
Yeah.
that these
way
things
too
came
big.
in.
It's true.
Like, imagine."
I did have
I
that.
understand.
everybody
I
did.
completely understand the business decisions behind it. I just don't understand people going like, "I've been betrayed." I'm like, no, they're feeding you shit. Like,
I'm wondering if this is the one. This is their solo.
You think
where
it
they
breaks
go,
them?
Where they go, woo, pump the brakes.
I think it's gonna make
Like,
$1 billion.
guys,
I so too.
Don't start on Return of Jafar quite yet. Like, slow down.
I don't think this movie is going to be bad. By the way,
I think it could be cool.
I actually think it's going to be a good film. I
think-
mean, Guy Ritchie, I shit on for Sherlock Holmes because they're like, "Oh my gosh, I can't fucking believe he took on that. It's going to be so bad." And I watched the movie, I was like,
it's pretty
Actually,
entertaining.
That's a
they're-
good movie.
I think
They're
there will be
pretty
a
good,
really
actually.
cool street chase when Aladdin steals a loaf of bread and runs away from a guy with a scimitar.
But then,
It'll be
he gets,
really
but then he gets
rad.
arrested, whip pan, and they go, hold on, tell me how that happened. And then it rewinds. And there's a whole thing about it. And then you see how it all syncs up at the end.
Yeah.
No, they're just going to do the same movie. They're not going to let him have fun like he did with, what was the
King Arthur
Movie? like it had that like snatch and
I
lock
never
stock
watched it.
moment.
I never watched it either.
It
Where,
was,
where they attached a GoPro to his chest so
Yeah.
he could do the Requiem for a Dream run.
it was stylistically a weird movie, but I kind of enjoyed it for that. Where Charlie Hunnam's character's like, "Hey, I want nothing to do with this. I'm just a beggar," and they're like, "Hold on, he might be King Arthur. Let's beat him until he admits he's King Arthur, and then he becomes King Arthur." It's like, oh, weird plot, but movie was serviceable. So
Serviceable.
Guy Ritchie can do utter shit, but he can also do some
Usually
pretty
does.
good things. But when you have the giant mouse looking at your every move, it might not be so hot.
I don't know. There's just a bunch of shit happening that causes these things to happen the way that they do. I just like, I don't know.
So, question.
We're encouraging it.
The,
On one
um,
hand, you can't be like, yes,
No,
Lion King.
you're
On the
right.
other hand,
You're
you're like,
encouraging it.
oh, Aladdin.
We are absolutely encouraging it.
No, yeah, we get what we deserve essentially.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
When Beauty and the Beast makes $1 billion, they're gonna make them all.
Beauty and the Beast is so bad.
I didn't see it because everybody said it was so bad.
So bad.
And Cinderella I went and saw because I was like, oh, maybe it wasn't good.
No?
I didn't
Yeah.
get that feeling from Beauty and the Beast. What I took away from it was it felt like a musical adaptation of a Disney movie. So it didn't feel like a shot-for-shot remake. So it felt
Except
different
that
enough.
Beauty and the Beast is a musical.
Right, but no, I felt like I was watching a stage play, like when they adapt a movie like Chicago, for instance,
yeah.
and then you just kind of roll your eyes because you're like, at least try to make a movie, or
Yeah.
even like was it Revolution Road, or I think that was one of them too, where it's like they have these weird moments in movies like that where they're reenacting what happens when you go see a play, and it doesn't work for film. So when Kathy Bates is looking out the window having a monologue while someone else is talking, it's like, I could see that working if you're in a theater with these people, but man, that doesn't work here.
I mean, I think part of this is appreciating how amazing animation and especially Disney like animation in one of their many primes of skill is at this, because you can watch this now and
Looks
it still
great.
works and it still looks fucking great.
looks great.
And then when you try and do a live action adaptation, there's things missing. Like Beauty and the Beast just feels like things are missing. And the more they try and adhere to this and use these movies, fully realized, crammed full of awesome talent movies as storyboards for live action things where they will never be able to fill the scenes the same way as a 2D animation will, you're just going to be handicapping yourself. And this is culminating in Aladdin, I think.
So $1 billion, you think?
I mean, it's going to make $1 billion.
It's going to make a ton of money.
Because it's going to have the same songs and two new ones that are worse.
There are 2 new songs?
Beauty and the Beast was like,
Lin-Manuel
we
Miranda?
got more songs than the original Beauty and the Beast. They're all garbage. They're really
I
bad.
don't want them.
So is it even possible for Will Smith to follow up Robin Williams? Could anyone do that? Because that was the performance from Aladdin was Robin Williams.
If it's different, you can do anything you want to. But when you make him look identical and everything around him is the same, then
there's-
it's probably not going to live up to anything.
There's a dude who dresses up in like blue makeup 4 times a day at Disneyland who plays Genie for like a live action Aladdin show. And he does a great job.
They should have gotten that guy.
Yeah.
yeah.
And he tells timely jokes. He doesn't try to sound like Robin Williams, but he embodies that spirit. So yeah, I think Robin Williams did just such an amazing job with that role that
Well, it was iconic. It was an
Yeah.
iconic role that everybody knew.
Impossible to follow up.
Impossible to follow.
it's like saying, but it's also, it's a role that like, it can exist. I think other people can have interpretations. It's like being the guy that was like, I think I'll be the Joker after Heath Ledger does it. And it's like, good luck.
Yeah.
Whoever you might be.
How dare you?
The only
Leto.
way you'd probably accept this is if you have a giant ego and you think you could do no wrong.
That's what happened.
I mean, there's also a whole aspect of when Robin Williams played Genie, he got to set the bar for Genie. He got to be like, because no one was like, "What's a genie?" I don't.
Well,
I don't know. Like, I don't really
that
know
role was
what a genie.
written for him.
Well, also, I'm
because
sure
he
the-
improv'd a bunch
yeah,
of
I'm
it.
sure the directors were like, just do what you
Yeah,
do.
Genie
Be
is you.
Robin Williams.
You
Yeah.
were Genie, so go for it. We don't know. Maybe this is a Will Smithy version.
Yeah,
of
do you think he raps?
The Genie. He definitely raps.
Is that one of the new songs?
Maybe. I think instead of doing the whole "You ain't never had a friend like me," there'll be a rap part of it where he goes, "Ha ha ha ha," which I'm really looking forward to.
Well, I don't think he's rapped in a long time.
It's been a little bit.
It has been a little bit.
For Will Smith,
but he'll
it's
bring
Since
it back
Men in
for
Black,
us.
maybe?
I just
Pursuit of
think
Happiness.
whether or not it's good or bad, it will be jarring when you set it up against all the stuff from the old Aladdin movie.
Yeah.
It will be jarring for us, but for the children that it's aimed for,
they don't
and the
care.
parents who have to pay for them to go.
Well, you just hit the nail on the head there. That's exactly what happened in the Aladdin meetings. They went, we're going to get all of the old people all of us,
yeah.
That's all Aladdin with their kids, and we're also going to get their kids.
Yeah.
They're going to get everybody.
Yep. Which is
But-
why I would make $1 billion.
But if you're a smart parent, a frugal parent, like I plan to be one day, I would just pop in the old VHS of Aladdin.
the
Go,
new
You go,
one.
I got it early.
yeah. Look how good it looks, and then just
my
try
gosh.
to and just shelter them from the
Yeah.
theater. Also, don't bring your kids to the theater. Fuck you.
They're good. They're going to, Adam. I'm sorry. It's gonna happen.
I was just kidding. I was being facetious with that. But I did go see Lego Movie in theaters.
It's a kids
and
movie. There
It is.
should be
It is
kids there.
absolutely a kids movie. So I should not have gone and seen that in theaters.
Or
But, like,
go at like 9 o'clock at night or something.
yeah, we should have gone late. We went to like a mid afternoon. We
yeah.
We
Kids
went
everywhere.
to like Fry's Electronics somewhere like way east, and then we're like, oh hey, let's go see Lego Movie. It's right here. Cool. Kids are literally running up and down the aisles, and the parents are like, whatever.
Well,
We're like, this
the
is a break for me.
The
So-
worst thing is that the kids run up and down the aisles, and the parents talk to other parents. And they're like,
Oh, yeah.
what'd you think of the Aladdin movie, or what'd you think of the Lego movie? And they loved it. They loved
Yeah.
it. No, they didn't watch any of it.
they
like
They're taking a
they
nap.
Oh
like
no!
eating popcorn off
The parents
floor.
were having this conversation during the movie.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, I can't
Phone?
I can't. Yeah, because they're like,
Yeah.
I want to kill myself, and this gives me 4 minutes to relax while my kid looks at Lego Batman.
How was the Lego movie?
No, not the new one. Sorry, I was talking years
the
ago.
old one.
I have not seen the new one.
Just the thing that frustrates me most is I do like when old properties get a chance to be re-envisioned in new and exciting ways.
Not just remade.
And
shot for
Disney
shot.
is doing it in the most boring way possible. like to me, having just finished Resident Evil 2, that's what I want from these movies. It's a new take. I'm familiar with things, but the twists and turns are different, and I'm not sure how it's going to all play out, and it feels different. But I know that they're not going to let that happen after these shot-for-shot remakes are being successful and stuff like that. So it's frustrating. Every time a new James Bond comes up, I'm like, yeah, I can't wait to see what they do with this
it'll be
new
something-
visual
it'll be something
Bond.
new, yeah.
Yeah, it's a thing that I like, but
Why are you showing us Prince of Persia?
I don't know.
it's the original Aladdin.
It's Aladdin.
I saw it in theaters.
It was a
haven't
Disney
seen
movie,
this.
right?
Yeah, this is a Disney movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Pirates
cool.
of the Caribbean.
Saw it in theaters.
success or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's like a $300 million movie,
Prince of Persia?
something like that.
Oh my
They dumped
gosh.
a buttload of money. There's just no one's ever gonna. You think anyone's gonna make a good video game movie?
No.
Okay.
Eventually.
I mean, yeah, maybe in 20 years when a video game has a good story. Boom.
Boom, Bruce.
I believe Sonic is coming out in 2019.
Oh my-
That's
Adam.
right.
gosh.
I'm sorry. 2019. You've heard it here first. This will be the year that monster Ebert finally says video games could be a valid medium.
He died, yeah.
Yeah, he's dead.
What?
I think his other jaw fell off.
So Disney's not.
Sorry to the family of the Ebert.
They're
They
doing
can't
fine.
yell. Their jaws are gone.
They all got it.
They all, jeez. Oh, man.
So Disney isn't especially known for being like super sensitive to other cultures, or used to not be. Do you think they do anything really stupid in Aladdin?
No.
Like they're too smart for that
No,
now?
they're way too smart for that.
Yeah. I think Disney is a pretty good reflection of most people's cultural sensitivities. So I think that they were like, oh my gosh, it's wacky Middle East, which is if you polled 90% of people living in North America around the time would probably have a pretty similar perception. Oh yeah, all the tops of all their buildings are domes, and everyone wears a turban, and they cut off your hands if they don't like your face. Like that would be the perception of things, racist and wrong. But I think Disney has always been pretty in line with those
But I think-
cultural sensitivities.
I think
and
we're even more racist towards the Middle East now than in 1994.
I don't think
not-
as a whole.
Disney fired James Gunn, guys. Don't forget. They are going to be the most PC they can possibly be in this film.
Disney's bigger than they were then, and I also think I think that society is more progressive as a whole.
I hope
It's
so.
changed.
Yeah, I mean Robin Williams. I don't recall Aladdin shot for shot, but I'm sure he did some racist shit,
I'm sure of it.
especially with all the characters that he voiced.
He did a lot of weird impersonations of like movie character actors from like the 50s.
Yeah,
and
Bing
stuff.
Crosby.
Yeah.
And I
There's a
loved
Jack
it.
Nicholson
Ate it up.
Yeah, there's
impersonation in there.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff I didn't understand when I was a kid, and I had to ask my dad, and he would explain it to
And
me.
he's like,
You
well,
know-
you see, he was on cocaine when he went into the phone booth.
You know
Good
who did
things.
the exact same thing but better? John Leguizamo in the opening to
Yeah, I know. The Pest. It's all, you always talk about The Pest. I know. I still haven't seen it.
Back to racism, though, it is they haven't got as much flack as I thought they would for not casting a blue person to actually play Genie. But you know what? One day they'll learn.
Who did you want? Did you want like Papa Smurf?
The crows from Dumbo.
Natiri?
Oh.
No, yeah, it should have been an Avatar.
Yeah, someone,
Jig Sully?
one of the Blue Men groups.
Oh.
Yeah. God, I do remember, we're looking at stuff, Beauty and the Beast. I do remember all the inanimate objects being freakish.
I never saw
The
those.
whole-
They're monsters.
The whole house is so hollow too. It's just like it looks like a set or a museum or something that they were allowed to film in for half an hour.
Dan, when do we get to watch Frozen 2 trailer?
Yeah, just a second.
you haven't seen
Sorry,
it yet?
I was.
I haven't seen it yet. No.
I haven't seen it yet either. I started watching it to prepare for this, and Dan was like, "Stop it!"
Yeah, I told him because I was like, I think we should watch it on the show. Do you need to do the ad read though too?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm excited about this Frozen 2 trailer.
Are you? Did you like Frozen 1?
No.
Oh.
Frozen 1 was fine.
This is just my memory of Beauty and the Beast because I've never seen the movie.
That's how it
but
happened.
This is all I remember.
Wait, is that Hugo Weaving?
No, that's
Dan Stevens.
Yeah.
Oh, the guest.
Legion dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Downton Abbey. Come on, guys.
Yeah. We got a Downton Abbey movie coming in 2019 too.
He's not
And a
gonna be in
Deadwood
it, is he?
movie.
I don't know. In a
Probably
flashback.
not. He's dead. Yeah.
Oh.
Crashed his car. He's like, I love life. And then
I like
it goes
being on
cut
this
to a shot of
show.
him on
Wait, who died?
Dan
Dan
Stevens in
Stevens.
Downton Abbey. Spoiler.
Oh, I thought you. Oh man, I thought he died in real life. I was like, what?
Oh no.
Jeez.
Oh boy. But yeah, so I want to thank our sponsor this week, forhims.com, for bringing us here to talk about Aladdin and Disney. Yeah,
You want to be Gaston?
there you
Try
go.
Hims.
Hims is a new wellness brand for men. There's a problem for men that many of us don't want to acknowledge. In fact, 66% of men start to lose their hair by age 35. It is scary to realize, but when you start to notice hair loss, it's too late. I see my own hairline slowly sneaking backwards, and let me tell you, it is no fun. It's easier to keep the hair you have than to replace the hair you've lost. Do you want a bald spot to pop up, or do you want to do something about it first? The solution to this problem is forhims.com, a one-stop shop for hair loss, skincare, and sexual wellness for men. Thanks to science, baldness can be optional. Hims connects you with real doctors and medical-grade solutions to treat hair loss. These are well-known, generic equivalents to expensive brand-name prescriptions that will help you keep your hair. This isn't snake oil or weird pills from the corner store or endangered animal horns. These are prescription solutions backed by science. Answer a few quick questions online, which a doctor will review and can prescribe you should everything sort out. These products are shipped directly to your door so you don't have to wrestle with your pharmacy. I will also advise you to speak with your own doctor first to make sure this is a healthy process for you and your specific body. Filmhouse listeners can get a trial month of Hims for just $5 today, right now while supplies last. See their website for full details. This would cost hundreds if you went to a doctor or a pharmacy. So go to forhims.com/filmhouse. That's forhims.com/FILMHAUS. Forhims.com/filmhouse. And thanks again, Hims, for bringing us here this week. So yeah, you guys want to watch a Frozen trailer?
Let's do
Before
it.
we do that-
Frozen.
Frozen. Frozen.
Do it.
Frozen.
Hold on.
I was going to ask Bruce, can you do one thing for me?
What?
Let it grow. What's the lyrics?
Let it
Let it
go.
go.
Oh,
You know that.
sounds like
I
a
don't
Katy
think he
Perry
does
song.
know
Who
it.
cares?
Let's see. There's Elsa,
Anna.
Kristoff,
Okay,
his moose,
The snowman.
Olaf.
The snowman.
Olaf the snowman.
Oh.
All of our favorite characters are back. Wow.
Looks like a Sea of Thieves.
Yeah. Oh, take it off. Take it off.
This is already a YouTube video.
So you try and run on the ocean.
Almost.
What could they stakes be for this one?
I don't know. I've been trying to figure that
Are
out.
they gonna try and find her parents even though they had birth at Tarzan? Oh boy, if this is already the conflict I'm gonna have. She built the whole castle.
I was gonna
Really
say,
the
yeah.
hardest part.
Make a boat.
She
Maybe
freezes
she
an
lost her
entire
powers.
ocean at
You
the
don't
end of
know.
the first movie.
Yeah.
And then she was crushed by the ice she made.
No, Patrick Swayze as Bodhi from Point Break saves her.
Also dead.
See, there's Moose.
More reindeer.
And all Moose's friends.
Anna has firepower, right?
No.
Yes,
I thought
does.
she should have.
Oh, that's right. No, she doesn't. She has nothing.
She just has a weak heart. She got ice in it.
Pocahontas?
Pocahontas. Oh, they didn't tell us much, which I appreciate.
They should have called it Frituzen.
Frituzen?
Yeah.
We as the audience died.
Does that trailer lead you to believe that they're not sure what the movie's about yet?
No.
It's coming out in
The
10
first
months.
Frozen
No
changed.
way.
The first
It
Frozen
did change a
changed
lot,
pretty
yeah.
considerably
I know.
during
You
production.
told me about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, the story's all over the place. It's a mess. It's
a big old mess.
The first Frozen doesn't make any sense. If you really think about scene to scene, it doesn't make any sense.
Also, I'm worried about showing Olaf other seasons. Part of the sorrow of his musical number is him singing about how much he loves summer, while knowing that he will never experience it because he is a
It's tragic. I have
a
never
great
seen
tragedy.
Frozen. What is it about?
What isn't it about?
There's two
Well, James and I, you
princesses,
see, we
right?
both looked up at the same time. It's
I actually can tell you pretty well the plot of Frozen.
I know the song.
There's basically these two princesses. There's a kingdom in a. It's weird because it's a
starts with
kingdom.
ice.
It's a
Sweden?
king. Yeah, there's an ice song
cold.
that everyone forgets is in the movie because they're like a Norwegian
Yeah.
kingdom.
Do they like
Nordic.
farm ice or
They
something?
farm
yeah.
ice is a major part of their economics, which is
like
also why
free.
it doesn't make any sense that when it's revealed that their queen has ice powers, everyone doesn't just celebrate because they're all going to be
Rich, right.
But basically, they're this royal family who has this ice farm, and then their daughter has magic ice powers for some reason.
So they hide her, right?
So
They hire, like, a
it's fine
tree
at first,
gnome.
and it's all fun. It's all fun and games, and
sounds
it's fine at
stupid.
first until they're playing, and then she accidentally,
Hurts.
in trying to save Anna's life, hits her with an ice beam, which freezes part of her heart. And so then they have to take Anna to these gnomes. It's the trolls from the Justin Timberlake movie.
Yes.
They take them there.
Just borrowed those from DreamWorks.
And they do magic, but then they say the only way they can do this is to remove her memory of before this happened. So
Elsa or Anna?
Anna.
Anna, okay.
and so
Which one's
Elsa,
Anna?
Anna's
She's
the
the red hair.
redhead.
The non-blonde one. This
And
one?
so then the parents basically say, like, you can't use your ice powers anymore. And they're supportive. Like, they're not evil parents. They're, like, supportive, kind parents. And, like, we understand that this is hard for you, but you might accidentally kill your sister.
Don't do it, yeah.
But then the parents leave on a trip, and their ship crashes, and then they give birth to Tarzan.
This is not part of the movie, everybody.
It is
Okay.
canon. They said Tarzan's canon. And so then they crash somewhere out, have Tarzan,
That's still not part of the movie.
and then
So is she bad?
No.
But I think she
Misunderstood.
is. I think in the entire movie of Frozen, she's the bad guy.
well, she was supposed to be.
She's supposed to, and that's the problem with the film is that they end up
they, like,
turning
rewrote it?
They turn her, yeah, they turn her into the protagonist,
Yeah.
and she shouldn't have been.
So anyway, she spends most of her life isolated from her
Get
sister.
it? Isolated.
Hilarious. Isolated from her sister, suppressing her ice powers because she knows it could kill her sister.
This is kind of cool. This little scene they've given us.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I mean,
remember when
Iceman
The
was a
Incredibles
cool
did it, yeah.
character.
The
Frozen.
the animation in Frozen is really, really cool.
It's well done, and all the
beautiful.
ice effects are cool.
Yeah.
But the story is garbage. So then her sister
true.
grows up
It's
and
true.
is like, oh, I don't understand why my sister doesn't ever want to hang out with me. I have such a mean sister. And
What's the reindeer man?
That's Kristoff,
Love
who is
interest.
just some dude who she runs into because later on, when Elsa comes of age, she's supposed to assume the throne at her party or whatever. There's some sketchy dudes who are trying to quarter off the ice trade, who then make her accidentally reveal her ice powers, and everyone is traumatized as opposed to celebrating, which would be the most logical sense. And then so she runs away.
She runs away and like freezes a bunch of other things along the way and kind
Yeah.
of fucks up the whole town.
Except that they
that's not
like
cool.
ice.
Well,
So it would have been okay.
They do, but but she like stops a bunch of things that should have been happening in the town. So basically, like she leaves, makes her
freezes the dock and everything.
Yeah.
Like all the boats are now stuck.
so she makes her frozen ice castle, but then she basically endangers the entire town full
Yeah.
of hundreds of people.
Yeah.
Because she's upset.
But then she goes up to the top of a mountain and then she lets it go, which is supposed to be her like embracing her evil
She
powers.
freezes a lot of stuff.
And so she makes like an Iceman, and then she builds
Is that
a giant.
Olaf?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not two Icemen.
Oh yeah, she makes big ice.
And then she builds an ice palace, and she's like, I guess I'm just gonna live here for now. And then her
That's sad.
sister goes to chase her down and basically is trying to confront her, and
Meets
in
a
doing so,
boyfriend.
accidentally gets shot in the heart again. And there's also another guy who's gonna marry
only
her
weakness.
sister.
Oh yeah, that's
And
right.
he seems like a good guy, but then at the end he decides he needs to kill Elsa so that way he can get the throne.
it's a real mess.
And then the only way to warm Anna's heart is with true love's kiss at the end, because she freezes entirely. And the only way to do it is a true love's kiss.
Is that the reindeer?
No, it's her sister, which is the one thing I did really like. It was that it wasn't a dude who
It's a good
came
twist,
in.
yeah.
It's like, oh, it's her sister, and it's like, oh, it's a sisterly relationship. So getting there was kind of a bad.
Does the sister have any powers?
No, she just she has a
She
weak
will
heart.
in this
But,
one.
but James is right. I think you and I had talked about it at the end. They should have revealed the fact that she had firepower.
Are we? Did they? And maybe we're just forgetting.
Does anybody know?
I think she has claws.
There's
and goes,
pink
schnick,
fire.
schnick.
Well, there's wind power.
Yeah.
She's got the power of
I don't
leaves.
think they.
Leaves
I
power.
for some reason, maybe it's just because it made sense or we discussed it.
Because it does make sense that she should have firepower and then her sister should have ice power.
All I remember is we played a Flash game where you got to breastfeed a baby
Yep, that's in it.
with Elsa, and then Jack Frost shows up.
Yeah.
Then I was like, was he in the movie?
They're
I
gonna go
don't
find
remember.
their brother Tarzan.
Oh shit! Is talking about Elsa at all going to get this struck?
No, we'll get
No.
us struck.
As long as we don't make it like
We just can't show her breastfeed.
we can't. Yeah, we can't advertise that we're talking about Elsa.
Well,
Oh no!
it's
Frozen.
it's one of those things where like at the end it should have been fire and ice, and they may do that in this film. They may do that. I think they should.
Yeah, it looked like there were wind powers happening in it.
Were there a lot of questions left over at the end
No.
of Frozen?
No, it was pretty well
wrapped up.
resolved. I'll say this about Frozen. As it was being promoted, I was like, that Olaf character looks like the worst fucking thing. This is going to be my least favorite Disney character of all time, and ended up being my favorite part of the whole movie.
Oh, really?
Because he's such a doofus, but he's also like helpful. It's an unconventional Disney doofus character, and I liked him a lot.
Does he remind you of your dog?
Yes.
I liked it in the sense that it didn't feel like it needed a sequel or anything like that. It was sort of it was a mess. It was a self-contained mess. But the in-house Disney animation studio has been doing some good stuff for years. It's a shame that this is the one that made $1 billion and it wasn't Meet the Robinsons, but
Or Zootopia.
I don't know.
Those are both great films.
Yeah.
Way better than Frozen.
Zootopia
Frozen has
actually
really
had
good music. I'll say that too.
does, yeah.
It doesn't make most of it doesn't make any sense in the context in
true.
which it's happening.
But it's great. It's great music though.
But the music is really good.
Who did that? Do you know? Who did the music?
I actually don't know.
Williams.
I mean, like, what's her name? Menzel.
Oh,
Sang
Dina
well.
Menzel.
Yeah, she's Elsa.
She was singing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Demi
That's why I
Lovato.
said
I prefer the Demi Lovato version of Let It Go.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Wait, and then did Pixar do Moana or was that Disney?
that was Pixar.
That's Disney.
See, I can't. Yeah.
I thought it was Disney.
I think the in-house Disney animation studio has been making more memorable
Yeah.
and better animation than Pixar because Pixar is sort of
Wow.
becoming a shell of itself, where they're like, I don't know, Toy Story 4, more cars. I don't know. Now maybe they got rid of
Because
Lasseter.
Disney is saying,
be better, but-
why aren't you making Frozen money? Oh
I mean,
well. This
yeah.
doesn't. I mean, the trailer looks fine,
Not
but
that
it's
you
so
need-
vague.
not that you
What
need
is there like
I don't
going
know.
to a new land or something?
It looks
Yeah.
like they're probably
Leafland?
moving
Yeah.
their kingdom or something.
When you end a movie as concisely as Frozen appeared to end, it's weird to start. The first thing you see for the next movie is why are they like? You would think you'd answer the question, but
Yeah.
honestly, I'm not their target audience.
But you're also at the very least asking the question because I know people are going like, wait a minute, like so. I kind of want to see it now, just be like, how are they going to make a plot out of this? So,
Yeah.
But I really like this animation studio, so I like the stuff that they've been putting out.
It looks amazing. It looks gorgeous. I mean, like
Oh, yeah,
the
the tech
waves,
behind
the
it's-
waves and all that stuff. Just in the trailer, look.
Well,
It looks
Water
better
was
than a
tough.
fucking genie, I tell you that.
Before Frozen came out, Disney did one of those things where they released like their technical things, and
All
they were
the
like,
snow physics?
we literally invented snow physics for this, and they show how like they'd virtually roll a ball down a hill, and it would gather particles in real time in the animation system that was built for Frozen. So it was like technologically superior, and I imagine wind seems to be a theme for Frozen 2, so maybe there's
Wind
some new
physics.
cool technology.
yeah, wind physics. Like that.
I'm
Oh, well.
down. I'll see it. Whatever. I'll take the kids. Bruce.
Yeah, I was going to say me.
With your cats?
If you run up and down the aisle, I'm going to smack you in the car ride home.
Buy me some Kit Kats.
Yeah. All right, we're going to pull off here into this alley real quick. Smack, smack. Don't hit your kids.
So
Hit them psychologically like I will.
get them deep down.
Yeah.
When do you think we get a Frozen live action movie?
10 years.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
long?
10 years.
That long?
10 years.
They're running
Yeah.
through their catalog, man.
I
They're
know,
doing
but-
Aladdin and Lion King this year.
How fast can a snake eat its own tail?
So what's in production? Little Mermaid is coming, right?
That's what I've heard.
Is
yeah.
it?
On the way. But then there's a big lull in it, though. Because, like, I guess we get
Brother Bear.
Pocahontas. Yeah, you're not going to want that Brother Bear. No one's going to want it.
We get Brother Bear?
Maybe even stuff like they never made. So like Land Before Time or Secret
Emperor's
of
New
Nim.
Groove?
Yeah, Emperor's
Shrek?
Anastasia.
A live action Shrek.
Yeah.
Titan AE. Live action Titan AE.
Treasure Planet.
That was Disney.
That was
Damn it.
Disney, yeah.
John Carter of Mars. They did do that as well.
They
I
did
actually
do that.
liked
And it was actually a good movie, but
Yeah.
John Carter's fine. It's a fine film.
I don't know. Yeah, they'll. I'm wondering when they're gonna just remake, like Finding Nemo and stuff like that, and they're like, what if we remade it and they did like a re-release and they just update the graphics or something
I'll say this.
like Resident Evil.
Pixar movies are pretty good, and maybe by nature of them already being made in computers, but are pretty good at being premised on there's no way, like, you could remake it. We can't. How are we going to get another Finding Nemo? Because it's
Finding
already
Dory.
made the same way they make their other live action stuff. I don't know.
Maybe sometimes dead's better.
I just need a Hunchback movie, so that way we can get another song from what is his Don Frollo or whatever the guy is about really wanting to have sex with a gypsy. You don't remember that song?
know.
Pull
I'm
up
not
the bad guy. The bad guy in Hunchback sings a whole Disney song about wanting to bang a gypsy. It's great.
Yeah, that was the dark times. The Hunchback.
When anybody
Yeah,
can write music
Hellfire.
for
If
Disney.
If they do
That's
a
it.
live action Hunchback, though, maybe we get that guy back from
No, this is-
300.
No, that's a guy singing.
I don't know. Who do you cast as Quasimodo?
Wait, so how old is Quasimodo?
He's
Finn
like-
Wolfhard.
Robert De Niro.
He is like 14. Oh, yeah, here you go. Oh,
you
God. Why does I forgot that the animation looked like Aeon Flux.
Not entire. It was a hybrid, but
This is when Disney was garbage. Like,
mean,
really.
Hunchback's okay.
Tarzan is
Hunch-
terrible.
This is sort of at the end of their renaissance.
Go back and watch Tarzan. I just did. It's terrible.
Okay, I believe you.
How
about
do you
Tarzan.
watch all these movies?
I
I
believe
was
you about
watching
all the
it.
Tarzan.
time.
It was I don't know.
Hunchback was okay only because they were like, our audience is growing up. Maybe we can integrate some adult themes. As long as we have gargoyle characters who are also hopping around.
Voiced by Jason
It's just
Alexander.
tonally, this movie's all over the place.
So he's the one that wants to fuck a gypsy?
Yeah. He sings there's a whole Disney song about him wanting to fuck a gypsy.
What are
It's
the
awesome.
words of this song? dude?
I wanna fuck a gypsy. Don't care where she's been.
Won't use a condom.
Well, no, he would get an STD, blame her for it, and then throw it in the fire or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how it worked.
Back then. Sorry,
Yeah.
kids. Back in the 1600s, it sucked.
Ted's looking at the lyrics.
It's
This
not
is
my
weird.
fault. I'm not to blame. It's the gypsy girl.
See, I
The
told
witch
you.
who sent this flame.
I told you.
Whoa,
He made the
great
devil so
song.
much stronger than a man. Wow.
man.
Don't let the siren cast her spell. Don't let her fire sear my, flesh and bone.
This is what happens when your lead songwriter dies of AIDS. You
It's a good song.
You get this.
It's a good song.
I don't know.
God have mercy on her. God have mercy on me.
Should have paid
She
her.
will
She
be
will
mine or
burn?
she will burn.
See, I told you.
That's
Is,
a little rough.
Fucking Katzenberg wouldn't pay for the AZT for Mencken. He said, no, I'm going to put you on that bungalow and you're all going to work your fucking asses off. I don't care what diseases you have.
Look those references up,
Yeah, I was
kids.
gonna say there's a
Those are
documentary
good
out there
references.
somewhere you can watch.
It's called Waking Sleeping Beauty.
That's
It's
it,
fantastic. Katzenberg's an asshole. And he went off and make Shrek. That was his legacy.
Decent
Made
legacy.
$1 billion, yeah.
No, I know. I mean, you know the whole
Back to
thing,
King
right?
Arthur.
Everyone wanted to work on Prince of Egypt, and if you were bad, then you were pushed on to Shrek.
Yeah. Which the whole thing, Lord Farquaad or whatever, is supposed to be Lord Fuckwad. And that's why he looks like Michael Eisner.
Oh.
Because Katzenberg's like, meh, I'll get back at you. I'll start a studio that makes garbage.
Somebody once told me
Made
I
$1
would
million.
just fuck a gypsy.
Made $1 million.
All right. Thanks for coming around this week. We'll see you guys next week, maybe with Battle Angel, if there's no Star Wars something.
Who's going to see
happening.
that? Who's going to take that bullet?
John's
guess
going
it.
right now.
Take a hit.
I think he's waiting in line. He's that one guy in the tent.
He drew big eyes on his face. All right. Bye, everybody.
And I think some films do have healthy relationships that should be emulated, and that is the relationship of Bebop and Rocksteady from Teenage
Yes.
Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
Yes, thank you, Adam.
That is the most, in the last 10 years, I think that is the healthiest relationship I've ever seen.
they lift each other up. They
Yeah.
believe in each other.
And whether it is a